So the first thing we'll go off of is shortly after departing Himble, Liliana would commence the process of bestowing the non detection spell brands onto each of you. This process taking about 2-ish hours per session and requiring 3 separate sessions to ensure its sort of permanence.
Oh my god.
And so it's a bit of time. It's kind of like cycling each of you guys out. While she's doing these spell brands, the ship that you guys are on, that Firefly ship or the Dragonfly ship, you guys would be on board there. Its course would still be kind of like cattywampus and a little crazy and scattered. So you guys would still be sort of meandering through Arcavios while you guys are at least taking a turn, like to get a spell brand every day, like cycling through with a very like calculated routine, basically, to try to get these done as fast as Liliana can.
Mhm.
And so with that, the first thing is you guys get to pick the spell brand. You get to pick your tattoo, since you guys took some risks to ensure that the spell work would be sound and got enough materials. You guys are able to pick the actual design that the spell work is like imbued with.
Ew. Oh my
Mm.
goodness.
So you could either find a picture or just describe it, either or. Whatever works.
So it's magical non-detection, right?
Yep. I have a little handout here. Here, in case you guys want to add it to your feats or anything like that. It's a spell brand non-detection. And then once everyone picks their design of some kind, we'll do a little roll to see if a spell brand takes up an attunement slot or not.
Ooh. Mm. I want something that alludes to like being hidden,
Ooh.
like eyes being closed or something. But I don't see that as being very.
Is
I'm trying to
there a
visualize that.
is there a limit to how big this tattoo can be?
I mean, no, since Liliana has a fair amount of inks at her disposal, being a inkomancy professor, and having the actual stardust component is really just for the magical element. So the actual physical tattoo itself can be like sprawling if you so choose.
Yeah. So it's 2 ravens on her back.
Oh,
With almost like this gold hue around them, like almost like a circle of protection in a sense.
that's awesome.
And you can blatantly tell in both of the eyes of the 2 ravens is there's one with green eyes and then one with gold eyes.
Nice.
Hell yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. You could tell the one with gold eyes is like really aggressive in a sense. And then the one with green eyes is delicate and calm.
Badass. Got Aelidy's tattoo. The process is painful, it's not unbearable. Honestly, probably a little lighter than like a normal tattoo, but there is still a physical pain to it and aching afterwards.
Yeah. She probably shed one tear and then sucked it back up.
Nom, 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 nom.
We don't cry.
I always think of the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball movie.
Okay, get back
Get
there,
back
too.
in there, Tier.
Yeah.
He sucks at begging inside.
Mm, go ahead.
Kind of like I was kind of thinking this like along the same line, as what Bryce was thinking, like something to kind of allude to like being hidden. I found this picture that I think would be pretty good. So it's like she'd probably have it on like the base of her like neck going into her back. It would
Like
be
also on the back of her neck, base of the back of her neck.
yeah. And then it would kind of extend down a bit onto her back. But it'd be a storm cloud, but with a closed eye. And then
Nice.
it's got lightning bolts going down.
I like it. I like it. Is yours colored, black and white?
Probably got blue lightning, because that's probably what her lightning looks like. Maybe just like little bits of. Well, I guess the blue actually. She's got blue skin. Wait a minute.
It blends.
Yeah, I guess it's like deeper hues of blue. Maybe some purple bits. But yeah, very very minor, minimalistic coloring.
That's cool. That's cool. So how far does it peep up the back of the neck? Like, can you see the eye of the storm cloud, or can you just see like the top of the storm cloud, like on like a standard collared shirt?
Yeah, probably just like the top of the storm cloud. Maybe if she's like really like looking down and someone were staring at her neck, like yeah, they'd be able to see like the closed eye on it. But just normally you'd probably just see this little like wisp of a cloud at the, peeking up. And also, I'm sure that was not a comfortable spot to get it done. Should I roll for that? Like a con?
If you want, sure, I'm down. Because you
love
can
that.
either say how Gail handled it, or you can roll for it. Leave it up to you.
I want to roll, see how she handled it. You have a decent con save. Oh no,
Oh
it
my
hurt.
god!
Oh, that was bad. I rolled a 1.
Natural 1. Wow.
She was screaming the whole time.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, Matt, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So with changelings, do they? So for instance, having a tattoo as a changeling, if
Mhm.
I change into
disappear?
somebody else, would that tattoo disappear? So like any
On
body modifications?
a standard tattoo definitely would. This spell brand, if you were to test it out after it like fully healed, it stays. It like warps
Stays.
to the correct proportions with you. But
Oh, okay. But it automatically stays no matter what I change into.
mhm.
Okay.
Interesting. That's
That's all
cool
I
though.
wanted to know.
I mean, it makes sense. It is magic.
Mm-hmm. That does make sense.
Maybe my tattoo took a bit longer to heal too.
Start
Since I rolled
scratching
a
it,
1.
Gail.
Yeah, I wouldn't stop scratching it.
Do it.
Ew.
I've had a healing word at 3 times already. Leave it a while.
Are you not putting the pudding wax on it, Gail?
Gross.
What? Ew.
I'm allergic to pudding wax. Can't do it.
I think Brett's tattoo would be, so he's already got these like marks on him
Hmm.
that are similar to this drawing, not like exactly the same because this is someone's OC, but something like this. So I've always imagined that his like brand that he would get would kind of be a continuation of these things. So like where those sort of wing looking parts on his shoulder blades are,
Hmm.
like maybe where his neck kind of connects with his spine and like that sort of intersection of the neck and spine and the shoulder blades, like where all that connects. So there's this simple eye symbol thing here. And it's the same like texture as his other brands. Like that's what magical brands do on his Genasi skin, I guess.
Cool.
So one of them is open and then the bottom one is closed. So like this magical thrumming of like elemental energy that's coursing through his brands, it's lit up on the open-eyed one, and then as it goes around the closed-eyed one, it's actually like really dim.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Ooh.
And I was debating on it being in more than one place, like it's in all his like, you know, D&D chi points kind of idea.
Yeah.
But I'll have to play around with like where those places could be. Because like if we're using traditional chi stuff, it would be like the throat, the sternum, the stomach, like the
Yeah, the
stomach.
stomach.
So maybe kind of like that, but like back and forth between, like there's one on the nape of his neck in the back, and then there's one on his sternum in the front, and then there's one on like the curve of his back, like a tricep, I guess, but like in that spot.
Uh-huh.
And then maybe like the bottoms of each foot or something. Yeah. And the same like glowing versus not glowing, eye open versus eye closed thing is true.
That's cool. And so those like you have the big one and then the smaller representations. That's cool.
Yeah. And what if like if someone's, I don't know, you can decide this, but if someone's actively trying to detect you, like maybe the closed-eyed one glows instead.
Ooh, I could say there could maybe be a chance of that.
Yeah.
I could say that could definitely be an option.
So maybe it's one open and closed-eyed thing on the back where I described, and then all those other little spots I mentioned are the closed-eyed.
Oh, that's cool. That's super cool.
Mm.
Yeah. Yes, that's the final answer.
I love it. I love it. All right. We got three spell brands described here. Let's send Mr. Kellen and Mr. Marius.
I have a few questions.
What is it, my lord?
So, given the nature of the inherent magical tattoos that Kellen already has,
Mm-hmm.
he did specifically state that he was curious how this was going to interact with the rest of it.
I'll let you decide. Do you want it to be an option for it to fail or succeed? Or do you want it to apply normally? I'll
I
let you make
don't
that
know.
call. You know Kellen's backstory a lot better than I do.
Well,
So
so the
I'll let you make that
tattoos are what the scientists like imbued them with to inherently give them their weird mutant adaptations.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a lot of free space on his body, considering that he is covered in these tattoos. And so the only place that he has a little bit of space would be on his neck. Pretty much on the front part of his neck for the most part.
Ooh, the jugular.
Ooh.
And I mean, in true Kellen fashion, he's gonna get he's got to get I imagine the the Betty Crocker symbol is like pretty much just like Betty Crocker's face, and then under it it has like Betty Crocker and stuff. So he wanted the like Betty Crocker like face and body and stuff tattooed on his neck, but with like a blindfold over her,
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
white blindfold. But I say fuck it, roll it. I love
Ooh.
rolls. I love rolls.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Do you want the tattoo to apply regardless, or just the magic and tattoo to both reject?
I want that to be left up to fate.
Okay, we'll keep it tied together.
Oh god.
We'll keep it tied together. So it's either all fail or all success. Um
The Perry special.
Perry special. We could do give me 100, but you tell me what you have to roll. Is it just a high or low, or, or is it like you know 40 or 30 or above?
Ooh,
50?
I think we'll just go high or low. And I think, I mean, you know, always high.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hey.
You got that.
I don't, you're cutting out super bad for me, Matt.
You got a much
Okay, me too.
better
Yeah.
read on the exact process.
I'm not
Would have gone
getting it.
And
Yeah, I was gonna say you're cutting out pretty
so
hard,
high.
Matt.
High?
Nabby!
Matt, I don't know what's going on with our internet, but it's real bad for
Let me
you.
do you 100.
Okay.
Oh God.
What's
Higher
happening? Is it
low?
repeating itself? I'm so
No,
confused.
yeah, like I was talking to Matt and then it was still coming through. Like, is it fine for
Oh.
me?
Yeah, you sound
Yeah,
perfectly
Yeah,
you
you're
normal.
sound
fine.
good.
Okay. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what was going on with Matt. Everything was so confusing.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
was
like, no one
wild.
else is saying anything. Maybe it's me.
I was like, what is happening?
Well, I went to heat up my coffee, and I thought maybe I walked too far, so I was like, it's probably me.
Yeah. No.
I thought it was me too. I'm all sitting there. I'm like,
And I'm like, maybe it'll clear up in a second.
I was like, no,
God damn it,
it's
we're all
not
too
good.
patient.
Instantly, so I was just like, what the fuck?
That's weird though that like I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, your
like I
Discord
don't think
vibe.
it's our internet.
I don't think so either.
Oh,
The
we
magic
officially
of our
lost our god.
sermon is too
Oh,
strong.
God.
Fuck it, they'll figure it out. Just walk away.
Having some technical difficulties.
We're kind of like
Right.
twinsies, with you getting your tattoo in the front of your throat, and I'm getting it on the back.
Yeah.
Twinsies.
And the throat blaster.
I'm sorry?
Oh. Maybe?
Oh, hello.
What?
Yeah, Discord just pooped on me. I don't know what that was all about.
Oh, wild. Okay.
Everything else is working, but Discord's like, nah, man, you have 5,000 ping. It's like,
Oh my god.
okay, man. It's like a screenshot. I was like, all right, man, whatever, man.
It was so weird when I like opened the door. I suddenly start hearing you in my headset like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you were like, roll a D100. And I was like, what is
Wait,
happening?
what? What? I
You're like,
did
we're
that.
telling you, we
Fucking
can't
dude.
hear you. It's cutting out.
It's spooky.
Let's see here. The hilarious.
Yeah, I guess Craig heard it all, so you'll.
It's
I'm
pretty
really
wild.
curious what he picked up.
You're not broken now, right, Matt?
Oh
It's
no.
not great.
Yeah. Maybe you could try Discord on your phone too, like I do.
Hell no.
I disconnected my phone from the internet, so
Need to restart your
Hello,
computer,
man.
maybe?
Hell no.
He's done all he
Hey,
can.
pay all this money for a nice microphone to use my phone.
I'm just saying.
Just trying to make it a thing, okay?
Okay.
I'll
there we
use my
go.
phone with you.
yeah.
Things are better now.
That
Things are
doesn't-
better now. Okay. Let me reopen my notes.
Sound normal.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So we did the thing, an 81. What the hell?
Yours is
Lena was just showing us. She can like look at everyone connected to the router. For some reason, it's just Matt's computer that has a weak connection.
Figure
Weak.
it out later.
Wait.
It's weak.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry.
So, Kellen, you got your tattoo in full.
Oh.
Betty Croker logo. You have your alteration to it with her white blindfold across the eyes. Anything else like different about the logo, or just that one change?
And minus like the Betty Croker.
Oh, so it's just
name.
her.
Yeah, it's just her.
Okay. I got you.
I'm just imagining the Starbucks mermaid.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
But a frog lady.
Yeah. Grung face.
Grung. That's it.
All right.
It ain't right.
So Kellen's is good. Our last but not least, Marius.
Need to roll for.
What is your
Marius.
spell brand?
I need to roll for attunement.
Not
Oh,
yet.
right.
Okay.
We gotta get Chad's, and then we'll
Then we'll all roll.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your buddy.
Okay. Well, his is going to be a big old religious saloon piece. For technical, I don't want to die reasons.
Please tell
But-
me it's on his face.
It's on his chest.
Do you have a picture?
I have a couple pieces of it all put together. But it'll start with. Nope, not that one. Hold on. I realized I can just put them all in at once. This will be like the crescent moon, but it'll look more like the actual moon. And then an owl will be perched in the center instead of all those plants.
Nice.
And then its eyes will look like the bottom picture with 7 stars around it, which is the symbol for a saloon. And her owl's favorite animal, and she's symbol of the moon.
That's gangster.
Love it.
And then I'll put live, laugh, love. Going on the bottom crescent of
Eat, pray, love.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Eat, pray, love.
Sing, pray, love.
live,
I figured it would have a barbed wire like circle around the whole thing.
Yeah, and then since we're here, I'm gonna get Marius in Old English on my back.
It's 3D barbed wire, so it looks like it's like latched on to the skin.
Yeah.
At the bottom, it says, "This house is a home."
Oh man.
Really can't.
It's not how many breaths you take, but how many breaths get taken away.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, he died. That's.
I got
what-
that tattooed on my low back.
Well,
It's all blown out and busted. Live my life by that.
Is yours just like any color, like black and white? Any pops?
No, maybe a little bit of blue in the eye, but mostly it's just kind of like grays and whites.
Nice.
Neutral.
All right. With everyone getting their spell brands, I want each of you to pick a saving throw, any saving throw of your choice. And I want you to roll it with either normal or advantage. An advantage just being if your character you think would be predisposed to like accepting like a magical force of some kind. Maybe they're just better at the physical portion. Kind of however you want to interpret it. But all of you will at least have normal. I'll let you decide if your character has any extra boon.
You said a
I-
skill, right?
Saving throw.
Saving throw.
Saving throw. Okay.
I think I would say Aelity at advantage, and the only reason I say that is because of the events that have happened and the pact that she has made. So her newfound independent adventure journey that she's going on, and all the power that she's been receiving. I would argue that she would get advantage in welcoming new things.
Hell yeah. I love it. It's like a symbol of a new chapter starting for her.
Yeah. This is pretty big for her, so. Ooh, yeah.
Beautiful. Aelity, your spell brand does not require an attunement slot.
Oh, that's huge because I have so many things that are tuned.
And I'm sorry, is it any
Yep.
skill
Any
or is it
saving
charisma?
throw.
Oh, okay.
Any saving throw of your choice. And you can decide if you have advantage. If you really want, you could say you have disadvantage if you can think of a good reason. But I would say each of you at least get a normal saving throw. But if you think your character is more, adaptable to getting a piece of spell work on them, whether that be the spell side or the physical side, it's up to you.
As much as I want to argue advantage, because she is a strong sorceress, I did roll a natural 1 on that tattoo.
Fair.
So I think I need to go a straight roll.
Disadvantage.
A straight roll.
Oh, let's go.
Natural
Highs and
20.
lows. Highs and lows, baby.
Natural 20. Gale, your spell brand does not require an attunement slot.
Let's go.
That's scary because you both got 26, so I don't even know what it takes to pass.
I know
What
you
the
guys
heck?
have you guys have no range. You know 26 is safe. That's all you know.
Hell yeah,
Thank
kids,
God, I guess.
roll a 26. You got this. For sure, no attunement on a 26.
One's gonna take advantage. He's got lots of tattoos already. Lots of magical tattoos.
Yeah, makes sense.
And strength.
An 18, Kellen, your spell brand does not require an attunement slot.
Okay.
Hey.
Gives you more of a range.
Thanks,
There you
man.
go.
Yeah, it's a way bigger range.
In between 18 and 26, you got this.
Hey, that's
Great
better
ton
than
of
what we do.
curves, so we need this.
Just don't roll below an 18,
Fair.
you'll be fine.
I think because all my magic is like bonded and gifted to me, and it's all saloon shit. Could be open to it.
Because Onyx is the one giving him the tattoos anyway.
Yep. Hurt me. Step.
Marius at the 23, your Spellbrand does not require an attunement slot.
Oh, dude, I thought you were about to throw a curveball.
It-
It,
it
does.
does.
Shatter your mind.
For you.
Everyone has a different DC.
Yeah.
Shatter
Yep.
your minds. Everyone is
Ah!
safe.
That'd be fun. You're better than this.
I'm the only one that didn't do charisma so far.
Yeah, I
I've-
am towards charisma, even though it's like what everyone did, but I don't
I
know.
did.
That's where his magic comes from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I did charisma. That's where my magic's based.
He was my highest stat.
It just so happened to be my highest stat, yes. But
And Brett's a pretty good learner. Like he really didn't struggle with any classes or anything. So I guess I'll give him advantage. He's really good at doing what he's told.
Boy.
I'm great at doing what everybody else does.
Let's
Hey.
go.
Glad I
Brett with the
fucking took it.
24. Marius and Brett, good thing both of you guys got those advantages.
Thank
Brett,
you.
your spell brand does not require an attunement slot.
I mean, attuning
Woo!
would be the worst.
That is big, 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 big.
Thanks, Captain Professor Man.
Captain Professor Lady.
All right. Now, with everyone having their spell brands, after about a month or so of moving across Arcavios and finally receiving these permanent spell brands, the spell jamming vessel would finally begin its true course. The ship's route being shifted to the west now, the Pinzari Isles in your sights. This portion of travel would take you all about 3-ish weeks, probably a little bit under, like 2.5-ish weeks maybe. Arriving at the Isles just a few weeks before Winter's Veil, a few weeks before Gale's birthday.
Ah.
The dragon ship touching down at your long sought after destination, Port Starsail. Once docked, the 3 Blades of the North would meet you on the top deck, wishing you all luck, and Captain Casper congratulating our party on not only surviving the travel, but completing their over 2-month training with the Blades of the North. As you guys over the entire course of this travel have just been like training your asses off, basically. And here is Port Starsail,
Oh my.
the Pinzari Isles.
So tidy.
A character.
Oh, there's a little beach.
So as you guys would arrive, there'd be hustle and bustle, mixing of cultures and atmospheres and peoples. No real, dominating race, so to speak. The Pinzari Isles are very much a collective race, though there would be a lot of aquatic folk here. Turtles, sea elves, lizard folk, just tritons, a lot of different variations, as well as some classic, half orc, furbolg or two. You do see some humans, some other half elves, a couple of elves. Fair mix throughout. But after Captain Casper would congratulate all of you, pretty soon after, as you would all step off on board and begin to head off into the Isles, the Dragonfly ship would begin to rise and leave. Sort of a ending and beginning of a chapter at this point, as you guys are finally dropped off here at Pinzari Isles in Port Seasail or Port Starsail. As you're all here, a symbol of your training not only on board the ship, but of a year of training and practicing last year. Not only in classes and in studying, but for Mage Tower. You guys put in a lot of work,
Oh,
just
right.
focusing for essentially a whole year. And then, getting on board the ship and double time, every day was training basically. Each of you can go ahead and pick a single feat of your choice.
Oh shit!
Excuse me?
Any feat you'd like, just pick a feat. All I ask is it's like a symbol of your either growth throughout the year, maybe a symbol of your particular training you were diving into, something you were working on, something you picked up maybe.
do you guys know what Gale is going to go to? The thing I've been sprinkling throughout sessions forever?
Therapy.
Blind.
That was a good one.
You got me.
Character
No, the
growth.
fucking big lips, motherfucker.
The what? Sorry.
Better help sessions.
The observant feet. So then if I see a creature's mouth and I understand their language, I know what they're saying.
Ah,
Oh.
yeah. All right, I gotta dig deep on this one. What feet do I want?
I'll
She
throw out
finally
this
figured
little
it out.
dusty poo here if you guys need any reference.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Oh no, I already knew where I was going.
Bountiful luck, it is. I'm just kidding.
Don't you have to be a halfling for that?
Yeah, you
Boy.
do. That's what I was just kidding.
I took the halfling feet earlier.
Yeah. I have a halfling.
I'm actually 15% halfling
On my mom's side.
on my mom's side.
It's
I got
all
all
in
the
my
benefits. None of the
it's all in my toes. I got hairy toes.
damn cream of toes, boy.
You have creamy toes.
Where? For the observant feet, I just need to like do the passive perception modifier, right?
I think so. I believe so. As
Yeah,
long as
there
you
we
can
go.
see them, I think. So yeah.
My passive perception is now an 18. Whew.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. That's sick.
Oh, I almost forgot to give myself the stat increase.
Ooh, yeah, don't forget the good stuff.
I now have 3 16s.
Let's go.
Charisma, wisdom, and intelligence.
Hmm.
Has anyone else picked a feat yet?
No, still reading.
Yeah.
Was I the only one to go? Yes, I know what I'm doing.
Wasn't ready for this, okay?
I know.
Plus,
I've
I just
literally
read
been like
the-
planning this since like session 2. I almost went with it level 4, but I was like, no, I need other things.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna do Shadow Touched, Matt.
Ooh, shadow touched. Nice.
This shit's awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Wait, actually, before I'm all gung ho about that, I don't think I know. Oh no, I do. Son of a bitch. But
Right.
I don't have to cast it. It doesn't take up a spell slot. Or I might just do that. Actually, I lied. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna get Spell Sniper.
Ooh, that's a fun
Ooh,
one.
yeah.
That's a
I'm
way
considering that
fun one.
one.
So my Eldritch
Mhm.
Blast is already at 300 feet, so now it's 600 feet.
Yeah, I think
Jesus.
Fawn might have that.
That's awesome. Did you need me to
What?
help you put anything in?
Oh no, I can throw it in.
Hell yeah.
Wait,
Don't
why is-
forget to pick your cantrip. You get to learn one cantrip that has an attack roll.
Yeah, buddy. Let me go. Good eye sniper.
Wait, why is your Eldritch Blast 300 feet?
Because I have components that make it
This-
300 feet.
I think it's like the spear invocation. Like
Mm.
double.
That's crazy.
I mean, I think we just have to do it. I think we just have to be a dick, and I think we just have to take sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Is that the one where you can like take a negative to the attack, but
Yeah,
higher
a minus
damage, or-
5 to the roll, but a plus 10 to the attack damage.
Slaps.
Yeah, that's pretty bonkers, especially for some of your rolls. Like,
Yeah, if it
That's
hits,
crazy.
it's gonna be fucking gross. Like Kellen's gonna be disgusting.
Here, I can help you put in that attack if you want.
Be fantastico.
Jesus.
I wonder how Vors is doing.
Vors. He's doing good. He's hanging out.
Chilling. Biding his time, just waiting for us to release him from the ring.
Essentially.
Hey, are you still wearing it?
Yeah. I have it attuned and everything. Oh,
Oh,
Voice keeps me
God.
company. He's kind of cool. Voices are my friends.
Gale has several times expressed concern about you, but you seem to be fine.
Voices are my friends, Gale. Get off my back.
See stuff like that where you say that worries
Oh, it's
me.
cool. I met this human guy once named Chad, and he said the same thing. And I was like, yeah, bro, I totally get it.
I don't know.
You befriend them or they drive you crazy? I choose friendship.
With your sharpshooter chance and your longbow,
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna put a -4 onto the attack because you get a +1 to attack from your close range quarter shooter.
Okay.
And so instead of
Oh.
making the math all weird, I'm just gonna make it -4.
Okay.
Are you like setting up a specific roll for when you're using sharpshooter?
Yeah, so it just auto reduces and auto applies the +10.
Nice.
Oh, so gross.
Ooh, that's a good one to know too. Is the range no longer imposes disadvantage? That's a big
I think
one.
I don't get disadvantage anyway because of close quarters, right?
Well, close quarters, you don't get disadvantage if they're up in your business, but with sharpshooter, you don't have disadvantage at the max range
Oh,
because,
which is
like, you know how on
600
your
feet,
range it
right?
says,
Okay.
yeah, so now
Yeah.
you can shoot up to 600 feet without disadvantage, and if they're up in your face, you can shoot them without disadvantage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're Legolas,
Yeah,
but with a
basically.
crossbow.
Oh, it's a longbow.
It's got
But
a
you,
long, yeah, it's got a
oh,
long
okay.
bow.
Wait, didn't you use a crossbow, or
No, that's one of my
am I just
other
thinking wrong?
I think.
I just for some reason I thought it was Kellen because I thought I remembered you describing like using the tentacles to like reload it, but I guess
No, the tentacles will grab the arrows out of the quiver and like place them in his hand and stuff to fire.
okay. So I'm just slightly mixing up details here.
It's been a minute since we've played Strixhaven. I get it. Thanks, Maddie.
Got you, boo. And I moved it up so it's right underneath your normal bow strike. All right, so we have 2 feats selected. Well, 3. Benny picked his feats. So we have 3 feats selected.
Yeah, buddy. All my spells are tied to my charisma, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just check. I'm about to throw in. I picked Firebolt.
Ooh.
Oh,
Sure, buddy. I'm gonna do this and see if I do it correctly. Yes.
Got 2 snipers in the group now.
We came for blood.
I'm excited. X. So attack would be charisma.
Captain Professor told
Yes.
us not to fuck around.
Oh, we are about to find out. What up, baby?
I mean, even before your crazy training, you were already crazy training. So it's just, it feels so fitting.
Damage is 1d10. Would the damage be added with charisma or no? Would it be no? Would it just be 0,
No.
right?
Yeah, it would usually
Yeah.
tells you in the spell like
Yeah.
1d8 plus spell modifier.
Okay. Yeah. Yep, just
Most
1d10.
cantrips don't add it.
That'd be gross, though.
I mean,
No,
imagine
it's
if you
not.
added it, because you can with like Warlock. There's a feat or one of the invocations you can get where you add your charisma to it.
That's dope.
That may have been the other one you got.
Oh.
What's the other invocation that you picked up?
Let me see.
Oh, you have Eldritch Sight and Kiss of Mephistopheles. Those are your Eldritch invocations.
Kiss of Mephistopheles? Never even heard that one.
Isgrezimen.
It's dirty, dude. That's pretty disgusting. Yeah, it's when you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can cast Firebolt as a bonus action. Or Fireball.
Fireball?
Yeah, not bolt, ball.
Fireball.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
what?
Yeah, Fireball.
Does it still take a spell slot from you?
I think so.
Still, that's like
I
a
think, yeah.
That's still
like,
cool.
hey, we're just
But
gonna blow everything up real quick. Just
hmm
yeah,
Aelidy's got some cool stuff, man.
That's all you get. Just kidding. Yeah, no.
Aelidy's like got a lot.
A lot, a lot. Looking at it again today before we started playing, I was just like, Jesus Christ. God damn.
I'm torn between two. I can't
What
decide
are
if I want Sentinel or dual wielding.
Sentinel's
Ooh.
pretty good. The dual wielding's also good.
Yeah, because he already dual wields right now, so it would pick up my AC for something he already does.
hmm
That's fair, because it
Um,
sounds like times are changing. You haven't had Tanky Phineas around in a while.
mhm.
Yeah, true.
But then Sentinel allows me to kind of do more in a fight. But often the problem I encounter is that I'm not near what's happening. You know? So it's
Mm.
like, how much use will I get out of Sentinel?
It's very fair.
But it's so good.
To throw another wrench into it, I've always thought the mobile feat would be pretty crazy on Brett.
I also looked at the mobile feat. Let me remind myself what that one is again.
Was that do
Yeah,
again? You get like extra movement.
extra movement. When you use dash, difficult terrain doesn't cost any extra.
Oh.
And when you make melee attacks against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn, whether you hit or
Oh.
not.
Nice.
Yes, that's pretty good. And then he doesn't have to use magic to do it. It's tough. I guess that would solve my problem I was just complaining about of often not being near what's happening.
Decisions.
So tough. Now I'm torn between dual wielding and mobile.
Who else still left? Is it just Bryce?
Did Benny pick?
Yeah, pick.
Yeah, I was like, I think
And
Benny
Chancey
picked. That's
picked?
why you've got the fireball with the bonus action now, right?
No, I picked Spell
Or-
Sniper.
Oh, that's just one of your invocations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're missing Marius and Brett, I do think.
What's Chad thinking? Is there something you're stuck between?
No, I almost have it done. I just got to read. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Warcaster or Eldritch Adept.
Yeah, Warcaster's pretty cool. I was looking at that.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Eldritch Adept's always awesome.
But
You get
another
access to Eldritch
invocation.
Invocation.
Yeah.
It's like the meta magic adept where I can get extra meta magic.
Yeah, I have
variation.
Metamagic Adept, which is why I'm so stumped because I spent so long being like, that's my feat. But now I'm trying to do that one more like mental check of like, how often do I cast anything that needs concentration?
I did have a fair bit, but then it got rid of a bunch of things. Got rid of haste.
No, I'll get another one when I level up. But I like two of them.
Oh my god, my AC is still 11.
God damn, we need to get you some like fucking bracers or something.
Well, I mean, I've got shield. I know that now, so I can bring it up to a 16.
I mean, 16's better than what I got, so.
And that'll last me a round. Luckily, shield's a level 1 spell. I've got 4 level 1 spell slots, so.
Wait, I have leather armor. No, that's.
Oh wait, no, I have 5 level 1 spell. Wait, yeah, we can use the primer spell slot for one of like our other level 1 spells, right? Or does it have to be one of the primer spells?
Oh, you mean like the free casting of it?
Yeah.
And yeah, you have to use that on whatever primer spell you picked.
Primer.
Okay.
I mean, you could pick whatever spell, I think, for the primer. I think they're pretty open, but yeah.
Leather armor is 11 plus your dex modifier, right?
I believe so, just basic leather. Let me
sounds right.
double check.
Because I'm pretty sure studded leather is 12.
That sounds right. Yeah, basic leather is just 11 plus your dex modifier. For
So
your
I'm actually at a
AC.
16. Woo!
That's pretty
Nice.
good, Ben.
It would help if I knew like mage armor. That could bring me up like to what, like a 13 base.
13 plus dex. Yeah, I think it's almost like you have
Oh,
chain
13.
a chain shirt on.
So I'd be at a 14 base. And then with shield it'd be a 19. Wait, that's not something I could learn with the primer, is it?
Mage armor? Maybe. I can't remember what the restrictions are for each one.
Yeah, I'm looking. It says specific classes for mine. It's
A silver quill? You gotta think wizard would be in there.
is spell from the bard or cleric. I don't know if I don't think they have mage armor.
Ooh, it's sorcerer and wizard. They get mage armor.
Yeah. It's okay. I've got shield. Maybe we could try and find a like a scroll or spellbook or something so she can learn it.
Ooh, very true.
Yeah, I think I'll get mobile.
Mobile. Mobile's the fun one. I always feel so fitting because I feel like in my head, Brett is always the one running around.
Well, yeah, no, you have a tendency to want to, specifically with Brett, get in someone's face and attack, and then like immediately like back away.
Yes.
So that'll help.
And I won't have to use magic or concentration to keep it.
It's not even necessarily. It's like, you'll get in someone's face and then end your turn, and then something else happens. On someone else's turn, you're like, oh shit, now I gotta go over there.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I feel like you're one of the few of us that like doesn't really have something to help like get away from someone in that kind of situation. So yeah, I've got my tempestuous magic. I can just be like, okay, bye, bitch.
I'm the Batman of this group. I'm a self-made man.
You came from the circus, okay? If that doesn't scream privilege, I don't know what.
If that doesn't scream Robin.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Who's your Batman? I'm so curious.
Professor Captain Man.
Ooh, okay.
Captain Professor Liliana. I can't wait. Kellen's going into Rogue. Next level.
30. You're fighter right now. Fighter rogues are disgusting.
These mean streets turn.
Man, mobile was so useful during the tournament.
Mobile?
Yeah.
You learned. Maybe you would have been this good by the end of the tournament. Who knows?
Yeah.
Totally would have taken that tournament,
Need that
man.
extra pressure.
Fucking A.
We gotta go back and play Mage Tower.
Yeah,
We're back 2 years late.
I re-looked it up. You guys basically got to the, I guess it'd be the semis because it was top 6.
God damn it.
Because after the top 6, it would be the final 3, and then there's like a, first to lose 2 is knocked out of this like Robin round, just playing each other, and then the final 2 would square off.
We're having our Tri-Wizard arc.
If only we hadn't have had a fucking rat in our ranks.
Vet everyone Kellen brings around.
Never.
Just vet anyone, everywhere,
I'll never
all the
trust
time.
anybody ever again except for Vors. Vors is cool.
He would never lie to me.
Honestly, if there's anybody too slightly like trust that they're not going to be involved in this situation. It's the guy who's been stuck in a ring for who knows how many years.
Long time.
Maybe
Long time.
1,000.
Yeah, like I don't think he's involved in any of this, so that's okay.
I forgot about that. What the fuck?
Oh wait, no, Vors is older.
Yeah.
Vors is like 2,000 because he's from what he refers to as
Yep.
the Blooming Age, which is before the Blood Age, and the Blood Age was like
Jeez.
700 years ago.
Good God.
An old boy. He talks funny.
Yeah. Marius, have you picked your feat yet?
Oh yeah, sorry. I took the Eldritch Invocation, and then took the Armor of Shadows. I figured since they were sword fighting a lot, he just learned to pop a
Armor
little
of
mage armor,
Shadows.
so they don't beat me up.
I like that. I like
You took
that.
my idea.
Mhm.
Sal?
Nice. Learning his mage armor, using Saloon's light to defend him.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty dope. Pretty dope. So Brett took mobile. Obvious. I mean,
Obvious.
that's a good call. Didn't mean to throw the wrench in there.
No, it was good. I think I might like change up my spells next level. So
That's fair. That's fair. At the end of all of this, you can still change out your spells. Because I think that was something I said last time, like at the end of last time. You may have been gone. But
Yeah.
just as like a symbol of the training, you guys had a lot of time on the ship, so like it seems plausible to me that like, over the span of like a couple of days, you could have been like, I don't really like this spell. I remember this spell. Let me kind of work on it. And Liliana maybe helps you with some of the basics, and because that was kind of Liliana's role for part of it, was like helping you guys like with like magic lessons and like combating magic users and stuff like that. Because this is like, oh, you guys are going out into the field. Okay, this is like real training now. Like, this isn't Mage Tower, get the mascot. This is someone's gonna try to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, literally already happened like 5 times. Who knew leaving school would get us the best education?
The most
Private
practical.
tutoring?
If anything, that's something Gail would have said like several times, but
That was Gail's motto throughout the 2.5-ish trip across Arcavius.
yeah.
All the letters you're writing and not being able to send.
I met Strixhaven for
no hint of
accounting. It's
sarcasm.
not helpful.
This is not where I thought I would be. Not in my 5-year plan.
No.
We got Gail with the Observant. Finally, the dividends paying off. All the role play, trying to read lips.
Oh, you're right. I do remember you doing that one.
I'm gonna have to cover my mouth like the mob.
It's a family skill. Mother's particularly good at it. Finally, Gail got the hang of it.
Yep.
So for Armor of Shadows, if I can cast Mage Armor at will without expending a spell slot, do I actually have to know the spell?
No. I mean, you could like put it all down in your sheet if you want, just for transparency, but we can always just assume that your base is 13 plus dex, just because that's what it would be.
You just always can have it up. That's so cool.
He just every 8 hours he just gives it a little recharge.
Can I swap out a sorcerer spell then?
Sure.
Like,
yeah, because I believe that's how it works. The feat doesn't actually like require you to like know and have the spell learned. It gives you the ability to do it.
Sick.
Hell yeah. So we got Marius again, tapping into his saloon abilities for some defense. Aelity, the spell sniper, just getting more comfortable in her, existence. Getting used to having calling all the shots. And then again, classic Kellen, similar, getting used to shooting all the shots with a sharpshooter.
Pop.
All right. If there's nothing else, we'll move on to kind of mark number 3. As again, the blades depart shortly after dropping you off here in a port star sail, bustling coastal environment, very breezy. It's pretty chilly. Again, it's like winter. No real snow, so to speak, but cold winds sort of cut through this place. And once our party again gets a little bit of the lay of the land here in Port Starsail, maybe been here for about an hour. You guys are just sort of observing everything, getting a lay of the land. Liliana would probably lead you all to a tavern, finding a nice corner table, sort of away from overlooking eyes, to relay sort of the next part of the plan. The whole reason she was initially going to come to the Isles, and she decided to bring you all to the Isles. She would start by essentially laying out this loose timeline that she believes certain events must have occurred, must have happened. Sort of tracing things back to the waterlogged journal that the group, I believe Marius in specific, found there, some time ago. She believes that this waterlogged journal must have been there for no longer than a month or so. Maybe a couple of months at best, noting that some of the thoughts in the notebook detailed possible needings to create a new creature, mentioning various breeds being written down, a few key features. And then she would bring up the shells that you found earlier this year, the notebook being found last year, shells being found this year, roughly the beginning of this year, close to, probably closer to the halfway mark, I guess, technically. She would bring up those shells found, saying that our party thought that these shells couldn't be more than a few months old, based on not only Liliana's loose guesstimations and from Kellen's contacts investigations. Sort of further laying this out, the timeline would suggest that if these remaining shells were just a few months old, that these eggs must have made their way on campus close to the start of the year, damn near close to start of the year. And if these are the shells of these mage hunters, then they grew incredibly fast. As if your accounts are correct, they were pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
So if all of this is the case, again, she sort of lays all these key details out. You guys maybe collectively, like maybe correct or confirm like a few particular notes here or there. She would begin to lead on that creating a new species in that short amount of time is difficult. This being something that not even chaos magic itself would be able to just do. A strong chaos magic user would have trouble creating life like this. This is like a specialty. Leading Liliana to believe that an expert of some kind of this field must have been used or utilized or brought in or tapped in some way. And after a little bit of research, Liliana would stumble upon a notable expert of monsterology and transmutation, one Garther the Wise. This Garther is said to reside actually here at the Lapis Universities, enjoying a fairly laid-back existence. Sort of bringing Liliana to the current steps of the plan. The party is to sort of assimilate into life at Port Starsail. Social contacts within the city is key here. Port Starsail is kind of a mixing pot of some people that come here to live prosperous lives, merchants looking for good business, but also a lot of people looking to escape, start a new life, start fresh. The Pinzari Isles are sort of known for that in general, but since Port Starsail is the only notable port or settlement or city in the Pinzari Isles that are affiliated with the Arcavios Trade Alliance, it gives them a lot of leeway when it comes to trades coming in and out and protection from the Arcavios Trade Alliance. So getting connections here is fairly important. Having a background here is kind of key. This being sort of a secondary goal, Liliana would begin to press. Their overall goal while here in Port Starsail, trying to start a new life, so to speak, we need to find a way to get in touch with Garthur the Wise. Garthur the Wise, if not involved or in contact with the Auric and chaos magic itself, may essentially be a very, very knowledgeable source of information on how to stop at least the mage hunters, or lead to who could help solve this in some way, shape, or form. Liliana would probably look a little lackluster at the end of sort of this step of the plan, assimilating here into Port Starsail, finding a reasonable means to get in touch with Garthur the Wise, a plausible means of getting to the Lapis universities and having a conversation with them. She knows it's a bit of a long shot. She assumes that most of you all maybe thought that she had a great master plan, but this is sort of the best that she has on the little that our group sort of had to go on.
Liliana, do you have a picture of this Garthur the Wise?
I have not seen him personally. I've read a few of his tomes, the most notable tome being Transmutations. It's fairly recognized as an acclaimed work in the field.
Okay.
Dangerous. Some of its practices are not so looked upon lightly at Strixhaven itself. Some of
Okay.
his works were actually in the restricted section, believe it or not. A few were not.
Oh, we probably read them.
And
Did we?
do
Does anyone
you
recognize his name?
what?
Does anyone recognize his name from when we read stuff in the restricted section?
Could we roll history checks by chance?
Yeah. I would say Kellen and Aility. Both of you guys roll me history checks.
Oh yeah, I know why too. I know why. Now you know why.
Both have it out for Marius.
Oh yeah. Son of a bitch.
You want to shoot me in the shoulder too?
No.
Never forget.
Oof. Jesus.
Nice.
Damn.
20 and a
Yeah.
5.
Hey, we out here.
21.
It's very fitting. Aility, do you remember overhearing a conversation? You were kind of, peeking in on Kellen and Phineas when they were in the restricted section. And they were sort of poking around some of the books together. Kellen, with a natural 20, you remember the book Transmutations. It was a large bound book. You guys were looking through it, and it had a lot of stuff that was, pretty sketch. Some of it requiring, high levels of like necromancy. Some of it requiring like live subjects. A lot of strange oddities. Some of it was loosely reminiscent of what you went through in your process, Kellen, when you were transformed.
Okay.
Oh,
Some flashbacks coming
damn,
up. Just
son.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Okay.
1-to-1, but some of the like example portraits were eerily reminiscent. Some similarities between them.
yeah, I remember that. I remember one of the books. It's pretty interesting. Lots of live test subjects and stuff. Do you remember any of that, Aility? I mean, you were genius. I don't know how your guys' thing works.
I remember overhearing something, but not not fully understanding.
Okay.
I was more just in the background, like
I mean,
always.
speaking of which, I would want to like pry or anything, but like where is Phineas? We haven't seen him lately.
She would summon her raven and be like, "Oh, well, he's right here."
Uh, uh, okay. I mean, like,
Is
no.
that
I mean, that's not a problem. I
is?
just like, is he like mad at us or something? Did we do something? Like,
Oh no, not at all.
okay. Can I roll an insight
Yeah, no,
check on
no.
that?
Did you want to contest it, Aility, with the persuasion or deception?
I'll contest it with deception.
Damn.
Holy shit.
A
Oh,
26
damn.
deception will beat your 20
Damn,
insight.
those are
Kelly.
good rolls.
You're yeah, that is a damn good lie with a damn good lie detector.
Okay, I mean, like, yeah, I'll just like kind of like try to go up and like pat Phineas on the head.
The raven like nips at your hand.
Absolutely. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, I mean, not mad, I guess. Whatever.
Don't pet me.
Liliana would probably try to redirect, seeing Aility like look at the raven, look back at everyone, like, "Yep, that's Phineas for you."
Hmm.
Not to interrupt, but if we have any questions, now would be an excellent time. Or if you all have any further leads or inquiries, again, I have not seen Garthur the Wise myself. It's noteworthy of his being here. There's a fairly trackable paper trail, at least as far as papers and
Real quick
journals go.
question, DM.
You know,
Well, no,
In that
Yeah.
book that I saw, did I happen? You know how like in the back of books they have like that portrait picture of the author, like a little excerpt that like explains a little bit about why they wrote the book or whatever. Was there like one of those in that?
Give me a D100. Call it high or low.
No.
oh,
A 50.
what does that even mean?
Need a 51 or
yeah.
higher.
Is that a high? Is it a low? It's right there. The same with last night with your race change roll.
There would be one of those, like a little almost like dedication section in the front. Nothing like that would be in the back, or even like the back panel. It was a very kept together tome. But the front dedication would be dedicated by, of course, Garthur himself, to the pursuit of knowledge and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Okay, but no picture.
No
So I don't
picture.
know what this motherfucker looks like either.
Well, I don't think it would necessarily be smart for us to just go around town
Guys at the
asking for
university,
him.
right? Like we're all university age. What's the security like over there? Could we just like walk on the campus?
It's it's
Oh,
not.
there is
I
a
mean,
university here.
the Lapis University isn't really like a university. It's like a scriptorium, a collection of knowledge. It is a place where scholars keep, usually of fine repute, given money itself by Arcavios finest and the various banquets that they hold.
So we just need gold to go in there?
I don't really think so. Look, I mean, this is part of the concern. Is if Gardler is corrupt, if he is in league with them, and we just show up, that could be a red flag.
Agreed.
We don't know how far word has spread about what happened on campus amongst their kin. We know that they are controlling the narrative at Strixhaven, but we don't know how the other Auric are given knowledge. If you all are even considered a threat, if I could be considered a threat to them after leaving.
Yeah, do they even consider you directly tied to it?
I mean, yes, I believe you all, how do you say, spilled the beans to Dean Tullif.
Oh, well, yeah, true. We did tell you. Okay.
I mean, once I heard the rumors beginning to spread shortly after your meeting, I knew that something was wrong. Hearing your all side of it, it's easy to tell where the narrative had to have been funneled from. She was the only person who knew. Either someone's controlling her or she's controlling it, and either way, that's dangerous.
So we just like go around town and like make friends and gossip, and we'll like find out like what's going on.
Exactly. Our true ultimate goal is hiding in plain sight. I think that is also something I maybe should have led with. We are still technically somewhat on the run. So it's best to come here, start anew. Some people may ask questions about your previous history. Pick a lie, stick to it. They only ask questions when deviations are detected.
Are we like not gonna hang out together? Is that like too obvious?
That is actually a very good question, Brett. It was one of my next points, actually, is some sort of housing for you all staying here. Maybe before we get to that point. The spell brands, all of you received yours. Are they all healing properly? Is everyone good?
Mine took a little long, but I think it's okay now.
Imagine everyone's just like looking down or like touching
Yeah.
it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine's pretty cool.
Yes, yours was a bit of work. I am very proud of it, though, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, me too. You did a hell of a job.
Hell of a reference.
Uh-huh.
Well, good. If everyone's is healing fine. My spell brand was rejected. My current spell brands repelled it. Dissolving it. I tried it twice. I thought maybe I had fumbled something the first time, gave it a second go, and I was wrong. With that, it's fine. Ultimately, all of you are safe. I have my gifts to keep on the move. I haven't been here for too long, any longer than we've stayed anywhere else. If we are being tracked, I will come and go from here, stopping by every now and again. All I need to find is a magic item powerful enough to conceal my location. Once I have that, I'll be back. Or, I guess another task we could add on to your to-do list here. If you happen to find some means of concealing someone's whereabouts.
Do we have any sort of way to reach out to you in case something happens?
Again, looks at Brett for a quick second and then looks back. I really wish I had those sending stones. They were very useful.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that like Quent and his family could help look for a good item for you.
That is actually an excellent idea. I had not thought about that. Right. I could do that. We could do that.
And
If I
and
stay on the
maybe
move.
like they could send you sending stones somewhere, and then you could pick them up on the way. like a relay race.
That works.
He like poses.
I think that is a good call. Perhaps what we'll do is I will leave you all here to find your way around, to see the life. Perhaps come back after the holidays. I don't want to come back too often just in case we are being tracked, especially if all 5 of you just blipped off the radar.
That's very fair.
We blipped off one at a time, right? Because she can only do one person a day.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a trail.
There's a loose trail. Again, we were on mid-central Arcavios, so we tried to keep it as central as we could during the final days. So it was kind of like over the span of 5 days as the tattoos were finished. It was like one day one, one day one, one day one, one day one.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I don't know if anyone else would have noticed, but Gail's gone like weirdly still and quiet after the holidays comment.
Because she said she'll be back after the holidays, right?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Birthday coming up or something, Gail? Didn't we do something last year?
Yeah, we went skiing in her backyard,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah. Like maybe we should kind of do a little celebration here. Maybe like a tavern or something. Just try to fill into things.
Yeah, also, since it's the holidays, like, there's going to be so many seasonal positions open.
Shit, maybe we can get some jobs. Like, just try to, I don't know, learn what we can, meet some new people, or try to find out what we can.
Is anything to blend in, right?
Exactly. That is exactly the sentiment. Blend in, find your place. If it takes finding a few jobs to find somewhere that works, that's the best. Finding people who will support your story, your claims is key. It's not terribly uncommon for word to get around quick here. It's sort of how everything runs. The favored families, most believe, control many of the few remaining merchant guilds and the actual speaker of Starseeker itself. But I'm sure you'll come to learn much more about them. Captain Casper did not have many pleasant things to say about this place. I can put it that way.
Like, what should we watch out for? Like,
Oh,
who?
I don't exactly know. I mean, he said that this place essentially runs on, social standings and how much you have to offer. Don't know.
Like popularity in a sense?
I mean, I suppose you could put it that way. Sure.
Yeah, I could see why he wouldn't like this place.
Gail and Brett are probably going to do fine.
Yes. I mean, his example was, when introducing yourself, it's not uncommon to state where you work and your position. It's like an icebreaker.
And it also lets them know just right from the get-go, without being too impolite, what they could possibly get from you.
Exactly. And some people use it like a weapon. Some people decide to hide behind it. Others lie. A lot of people lie. But again,
so many lies.
But finding a lie and sticking to it, that's what's going to serve best, especially for our needs.
Are we already at the town or are we approaching?
You guys are here. You guys have been dropped off by the Dragonfly ship. The Blades of the North left probably like an hour or two ago. And so you guys probably walked around, got a vibe, but then Liliana sort of brought you guys into a tavern. And you guys are at like a little back corner booth table having a semi-hushed conversation, though there's not a lot of people in this particular tavern.
Sorry, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Set the scene.
I can't really unsee it now, but these little corners like look like almost like a watch.
God damn it, Maverick.
Yeah.
Now
I
you all
mean,
must
I
see
just-
it with me.
These
They
walls
may be
fancy.
watchtowers. Who knows?
All right, I gotta go.
Damn, son.
Sorry, I threw us off.
Well, we'll figure it out. Like maybe we should check out some job boards or like separate and then meet up tonight. Like we're probably more recognizable as a group, even though you took your mask off, Kellen. It, like looks at you very meaningfully. Like I remember.
I remember you used to hide from us.
I can switch into whoever if I need to be more discreet, and then proceeds to turn into Brett.
Well, what if we kind of just separated?
I think
For a
having two
week.
Bretts around would be a little confusing. I think that'd draw more attention.
I wouldn't turn into Brett, Kellen.
Sorry, I was just
You could
trying
never
to-
replace Brett.
I was apologies.
And I
A
don't want
week's
to
a pretty
replace
long
Brett.
time.
Well, I figured it would kind of throw some people off the trail. We wouldn't seem like a group. We'd all kind of make our own random connections. I get a feel for the
I
town
mean-
quicker, and then kind of meet up again one time, and then maybe people won't be all too wise.
How are we on funds? Does everyone have enough money to get by in like a week of taverns or something? Inns?
I hope so.
50 gold. I've got 50. Be okay.
I've got 99.
What
You
the?
got 99 gold. But everyone
Yeah.
need one.
I have 503 gold.
Yeah, so what are you doing with your money?
I gave it
Yeah,
all
I'm
to
fine.
I gave it all to
I'm
Captain
good.
Professor.
That's right. I
That's
forgot we were
good.
getting money for
Yeah,
that.
we did have to pitch in.
Damn.
You all did give some funds in as well as the collection process you all
And
went
she
through.
got 2 tattoos.
Two failed
Selfish.
tattoos that didn't even get the ink to stay.
Bitch.
Rough.
That's my money.
Are you telling me?
Yeah, so how much would it cost just to like rent a room for a week?
For a
Sorry,
week.
Just make sure everybody has enough. If people want to
Uh,
split up like that, I mean, I'm open. It was just a thought.
Yeah.
No, I just think Brett would be a little resistant at first. I do think it makes sense.
If you want to stay at somewhere like, there's essentially like 3-room prices here.
Mhm.
Somewhere that's like kind of poor quality, an inn would be 5 silver pieces a night. Somewhere that's, like half decent, pretty good quality, could be nicer though, 1 gold a day. Or if you want somewhere high quality, real nice, it'd be 2 gold a day. Just basically for a week, you're looking at 14 gold, 7 gold, or 3.5 gold.
Well, I think we should all
Okay.
kind of figure out.
So we all have
And I
enough
think we
money.
should all try to kind of figure out where we want to like go. Like clearly, Brett and Gail seem suited for the high life.
Well, I do know what I'm planning
Okay,
to
well then go
do.
for it. Like, let's hear the plan, Brett.
Oh, I'm gonna check out the local acting scene, see where I can get a foot in.
Oh, that's a good point. Actors are such gossips.
Yes, exactly. They're just like blah blah blah. I don't want to hear about your sports. Did you hear what Jenny said? And I'm like, yes, she speaks so loud. Everyone heard what Jenny said.
The attitude, I was just asking.
It's all attitude with them.
Marius is going to do what he's been doing for years before Strixhaven. Just go find some inns and offer his service.
Tavern hop.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try my hand at the high-end places.
I like it. Tavern hopping barn. I like it.
I'm gonna stick to the shadows, guys. I'm gonna go the other end of town.
More of the dock district.
If there's a Croakers here, he wants in. He wants to work at it.
You would look around. There would not be a
So yeah,
Dock
Dock District.
here.
Docks it is.
You're gonna be like a warehouse hand, like a dock hand.
There will be drug circulation in there for sure.
Gonna be a dock boy. Can help people on
Looking
the
for the
dock.
drug people.
I like it. I like it.
Trying to
I
get
like
into
it.
the criminal underground.
Aility would probably look for any type of trading or kind of like a store that sells furs.
would be
Ooh.
great for
Good
like the high-end retail positions and stuff.
Mhm. I think that's what Aility would try and do.
Could always force mom and pops to pay us protection money.
Facts.
I'll get my raven to peck your guys out.
Ooh, goodness.
Benny, roll me a D100, high or low.
I'm
You
gonna
call it.
go.
Very special.
You want me to roll it too?
Yes, sir.
I'll go low. Sick.
Nice. It is
Okay.
a Carver Leatherworks.
Sick.
I'm glad you got it, but you betrayed everything we stand for.
We're in the fur business.
Kellen,
Always go high.
is Kellen looking to work at like a particular dock or warehouse, or is it just he just hops around and just he's just a worker?
He's really going for like anything that seems like super shady, super crooked, like just like real interesting people that work there. Like they're clearly not doing background checks and shit.
I love it.
Like just like the scummiest place that he can.
I love it. So Aility, you're at Carver Leatherworks. That's the name of the like fur trader and leather shop in town. It's the one that is hiring. Kellen, you find Burncrest Imports and Exports.
Imports and exports. Hell yeah.
Marius, you're just tavern hopping. So you're just doing your thing, finding the good places first.
Sick.
Brett, you'd find an opening at the Tailspun Theater.
Tailspun.
And they would have like a few traveling acts as well as like a few like local productions. Give me a D100, high or low. You call it. See what sort of positions they have open for you.
Always high. Yeah.
A 60. They are in need of just like some background filler characters. Like no real speaking parts. Nothing crazy, but there's like maybe a few dance numbers you get to be a part of.
It means I get to spend less time in rehearsals and more time backstage with people.
Exactly. Like you're kind of a part of the like local crew that helps with some of the traveling performances to like fill the stage, basically. So you get to learn like a couple of different numbers, and it's like super easy stuff. It's like background dancing. You may have to have like some facial reactions at stuff as like a background crowd character, but it's like super simple work.
Nice.
Even though I got rid of Disguise Self from my known spells, I can still cast it with my primer. So Gale would have made sure before like really getting into the city to have that up. Make yourself look just like a normal human girl. Maybe blonde hair. She's never been blonde. Try not like too nice attire, try and look more like a tourist, maybe like a nice sundress, nothing too flashy. And then maybe she would have asked Brett before he had left to look at the theater if he wanted to get a room with her tonight because she doesn't want to sleep alone.
Yeah, totally. You look so different. Like your hair's just sitting there.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Like, could you imagine if my hair was just, and he just sort of like smushes his flames down for a second, like.
But yeah, I guess I'll meet you at the theater later tonight. We can get dinner, find a place.
Sure,
Okay.
it sounds good.
I got the. She points to the earring. She's like, okay, I'll kind of walks off.
He waves at your back.
Didn't finish either of those sentences.
He didn't notice.
And then she's probably just gonna like wander around town, maybe trying to find any like job boards. Just kind of like really taking a nice look in at everything, seeing if maybe there's any sort of like, I don't know, big prize money thing or something, like a monster hunt or something. Maybe the guy's trying to look for some adventurers to help find something for him. I don't know.
Give me a D100 roll. High or low, you call it.
Always high. Okay.
Ooh. You would see that there would be like a few postings, like there'd be like one or two, like almost like what would be like a wanted poster for like, specific game out there. A few postings for like, like need help with rat infestation. There's like a few even more mundane ones where it's like looking for help with the like daily activities around the house and getting groceries. Like some of them ask for experience, some of them don't ask for experience. So there's like a fine smattering of like various requests out here of varying degrees of like difficulty, safety, and instruction given. Some of them are incredibly vague, like it almost doesn't even tell you like where to go. It's just like an open posting. But you would find one as far as like, seeking adventurers, help wanted, mercenaries requested. There'd be one, and it would be by a group calling themselves the Esquires. And it would state the Esquires are looking for assistance. Local band of mercenaries and blades for hire, seeking added help. Must have proficiency in blades, mounted combat, and have knowledge of magic. Willing to endeavor in dangerous activities. Experience requested. And it is. It basically asks you to go to. Well, what's the tavern name? Let me pull up my notes. Whoop, not that one. So sorry. Should have had this up.
So what was the guy's name that we're looking for again? It started with
I wrote it down.
Garther the Wise.
Garther the Wise. It's like Arthur with it's Arthur with a G at the front.
It sounds like it's a bit of a misnomer, right? If he's like a crazy scientist, should be like Garther the Unwise.
But there are no job postings related to him at all, as far as I can tell.
No.
Mr. Garther. Mr. Wise. Interesting, though, the Esquires.
I'm trying to find this. I have the tavern name. I'm just looking for the guy's name. I'm doing it in the worst way. I'm just looking through my handouts because I know I made it because I can't find it in my notes. Oh, here it is. Duh, so stupid. Seek out Balin at a few good kegs.
Balin at a few good kegs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun name. We only have a few. Just a few good kegs. Okay, interesting. She just kind of wander around town, check, see if there's any other job postings. I imagine it's all kind of similar stuff. Maybe go ahead and scope out, try and find like a place to stay for the night. Maybe try and find a nice little restaurant and then meet back up with Brett. She's taking it slightly leisurely today.
I love it. Okay,
she's also like not really. I guess like she's very reserved. She's very in her head right now.
So you guys are essentially like taking a week. So what's our living situation for everyone? Let's start with the room cost. Is everyone staying at really nice places, kind of meh places?
We gotta save our money, so we can't go too nice, but I'm not going dirt cheap, damn it. And I'm paying for 2 beds for me and Brett, so.
We each get 2 beds. Oh my god. Thanks, Gail.
Oh my god.
No.
So is it
Gail's so nice.
3.5 gold from each of you?
Think so.
Let's split it of
Mid-tier.
Is that for the week?
decent. Yeah, it's for like the 7 days. Because again, if you guys are doing this,
Gail's got it.
Because Marius's
7
plan
gold.
was you guys spend a week kind of seeding, and then you come together after and figure something out.
Yeah, Gail's covering your room, Brett.
Thanks, Gail.
7. Oh, wrong way. I put down 7 instead of taking off 7. But after that first night, should bring up. Oh well, I guess everyone else should get money settled first.
Yeah, it's everyone else's like living cost.
Aility would be the high end. Super high end. The nicest that she can find.
14 gold, my good sir. Staying in the lap of luxury.
Where do most of the people at the Burncrest stay?
A lot of them stay like around the dock ward area. There's a few buildings over there. Let me see. Should have left that open. There's the Sunnyside Tavern, and there's also Home Shore. And they're just poor quality, like sleeping, great for just drinking.
Sunnyside Tavern. That seems probably like the place to be. It's a tavern.
Over the course of the week, whenever Gail's outside, she would change her disguise self like slightly slightly tanner every day.
Well, it only lasts for an hour, right?
Well, yeah. So she'd be wary of that when she has to go out.
Okay.
Because I get the one free slot from there, and then I can use my other spell slots to still cast it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just something to keep in mind. Just curious.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So everyone sort of has a loose idea of what's Gale getting up to for a week. Everyone, again, as we'll say, sort of like found their work. Again, we'll just go through it just one more time for fun. Brett found a nice gig as like a background actor for the local group that works for the actual Tailspin Theater, assisting in filling out the stage with some traveling shows and local performances. Gale, undecided. We'll get to Gale. Marius, doing a little bit of tavern hopping. We'll say as if you're going to like kind of the nice inn area at first. We'll say you go by Bobo's place. It's kind of like an upscale place. It has a large, like what looks like maybe like a half ogre, like almost like mascot that's like holding this sign that says Bobo's place. And it's like very well dressed and well mannered looking. Walking in, the place is kind of overly built just slightly, so all the tables like a little big, and all the furniture is a little big, the bar's a little big. And there's a lot of half orcs that sort of run the place, all of them very well dressed. But it's definitely like a tavern, just very upscale. Definitely like a 2 golden night sleeping arrangement here. But we'll say you find some good work at like Bobo's place. There's like a few spots you sort of like hop around, but Bobo's place being upscale, they have a pretty good sized stage just from the oversized build, like the gimmick of this place.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and I'd asked for a free room or discount room if I crushed it.
Roll me a
Otherwise-
D100, high or low.
High.
As
Otherwise,
we'll
I'm just gonna pay for expensive rooms.
Oh,
Ooh, no, but they did love your performance. Feel free to come back. More than welcome.
All right, fine. I'll pay for the high end room. Give me it.
There'll be 14 gold a night.
Okay.
A night.
Or 14 gold a night for the week. My bad.
I was like, woo.
14 gold for the nights.
It's
I'd
price.
You get
still
the
do it.
presidential suite. You would still do
Mhm. I worked hard in the dirt for my money.
it. Fawn feels the same way, so mood.
Did he though?
I said he feels the same way.
And his mom, the hardest worker he knows. And then in between sets, I just hang out at the bar and just like mingle.
Hell yeah. All right. We
Guess
go
it-
from Marius to Aelity, working at the Carver Leatherworks. It's fairly
Working at the
standard work. You're
Carver.
like mainly like upfront work a lot, like front of house, like helping customers, but like they
Yeah.
carry good stuff here. But probably, over the week, maybe like peeking into like the back room and like everything is sort of made in this back shop area of this fairly well sized sort of like leather trader, leather workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good work.
I
Again, it is
think-
like a seasonal hire thing because this is run by like a family, but
Yeah. Yeah. I think too, if they would allow me, I would try and put my hand at some leather work, and because I feel like she would think it's kind of similar to making furs and stitching, and
yeah, super similar.
so and see if I can maybe get a job in the back.
Fair. That's definitely like a good goal to have. They definitely would let you watch or like help maybe during that first week a little bit, but
Yeah.
still mainly push you up to the front of house probably.
Also, too, I've been having a moral dilemma if I want to do this because I feel like I want to do this, but it'll bring a lot of attention. Actually, never mind. I'll just
All right. We'll go to
hold that.
Mr. Kellen, working as a warehouse hand and a dock hand for the Burncrest Imports and Exports, sleeping at the Sunnyside Tavern.
I think that pretty much all that Kellen would be getting up to is getting to know people, trying to find out who's cool, kind of people's backstories and shit. You know, just get people talking and stuff. See what kind of information they're willing to spill. I'm trying to find the local drug
fair.
ring.
I like it. Chatting them up. Take off 3 gold and 5 silver for me, my good
Got
sir,
it.
for your
Already
room.
did.
Love that.
Hey, during the busiest performance of each night, can I use my primer to do detect magic and just look for creepy tentacle auric people?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do as well. Just whenever I
like
start walking home.
I like it. Or the first week, you're not picking up anything over this first week.
Okay.
Yeah, like each of you maybe like over this week because you're kind of on your own. You know, Brett and Gail, you know, doing their thing, interacting, but still kind of doing their own thing during the day. Each of you maybe do begin to feel like, you know, a seed of comfort as you are beginning to just sort of blend in, especially as that week is sort of like coming to. You know, maybe Gail has sort of helped like organize, like, hey, we'll meet up at this place. You guys would at the end of that week all meet back up whenever you have you know, a day off. Now that all of you are kind of finding work, has Gail found any particular work in the course of that week?
Okay. She would have wanted to bring up the Esquire's ad that she saw before the week was up. See if anyone was interested in maybe trying to see what that was about. Maybe help them out. Sure, with a name like the Esquires and like doing big adventure stuff, like surely they've been in touch with Garther.
I don't know, Gail. Like, how big of a thing is this? Because I've kind of got like work that I have to go to every day, for the most part.
It said skilled, must be okay with going into dangerous, life-threatening
Yeah, were these like
situations. Which
life-threatening
hello?
situations like an hour long? Or are we talking like multiple days? Because I don't know if I can get it approved off from work.
I
That's all I'm
don't
saying.
know. Look, it seemed like it would have a big reward. With a name like the Esquires, they've got to have a good standing around here. I mean, like, look on the board, you know, like how everyone just like posts up. Like nobody was trying to
No,
cover up their poster, right?
Have I heard about
Clearly,
them
people
in my
respect
theater
them.
time?
No, you haven't heard anything about
No,
the
Gail,
Esquires
but
in the theater.
Hmm.
None of you
Oh.
really have. None of you heard anything about a group called the
no,
Esquires.
Gail.
I mean, I haven't heard of them, Gail. They don't sound very famous.
It's like we all just got just jobs and stuff.
I'm just saying,
Why
I
don't you
found
just like
it.
look for a
I don't
normal
know.
job like the rest of us, Gail?
Because if I swing, I want to swing big.
But like, we're supposed to blend in, right? So like, I don't think normal people like to go to dangerous places. That's why they like live at home.
You know, that is a good point. But like, you know, we could probably make a lot of money, even if it's not something that
Why don't you
ends
go
up
check
leading
it
to Garther.
out and like do some like questioneering and being like, hey, what are you guys looking for? Because I might have some people, and like maybe get us like some kind of time frame.
Yeah, what if you got a job in one of those fancy lady clothes shops and then you talk to the fancy ladies and they tell you when fancy things happen?
That will be plan B.
What's plan A?
the Esquires. At least I'm gonna go check them
Yeah,
out.
get some
Meet with them,
info,
see what's up,
and
see
then
what's
get
what.
back to us.
Has it already been a week?
We'll say just for like timeline's sake, maybe that was like a couple of days into this.
Oh, okay.
Like Gail wasn't like super satisfied with some of the stuff she was finding, and then like reaches out to try to find Balin. You head over to a couple of good kegs, a few good kegs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find Balin. Ask the barkeep. They like after like bringing up the flyer and everything, they would take note of it. Let you know that he's a regular. He'll probably be back here at least in 2 days, 3 days. They may have gone out of town, but he's usually not too far from town. So you kind of have to kind of keep checking back every like, now and again over the next couple of days, kind of like as the week is elapsing, essentially.
Okay.
So as you guys sort of come back together after this week, maybe you still haven't seen him yet, so maybe you'll check back tomorrow. And so as you guys all come together, you guys all had this nice weeks, again, finding some jobs. Maybe it took some of you like a day or so, like into the week, but each of you finding a place besides Gail. No further lead quite yet, but hopefully tomorrow. After this week, you guys would know you have some options as far as like long-term stay. Again, who knows how long you may be here. If you guys like, you could continue renting rooms separately. Or you could also try like renting an actual home.
Ooh.
Collectively, it could be a sizable amount of gold, but split between the 5 of you, you would likely come out paying less. At least over like a 30-day span, over a month, you'll save yourself money.
Penthouse.
This is true. Okay, we don't need to go all out.
No, but it's the penthouse.
You are Batman.
We're in the Penzari Isles.
Oh.
I love that.
I've seen it.
If we get a house, people will take us like seriously about
True.
starting a
Like,
new life here.
We'll be like,
Yeah.
It's
It would
true.
look better than just staying
yeah,
in
we'd be like
a hotel or inn.
Penzarians, right?
Hens are no rights.
I think Aelody would go look into that for sure.
Become a real estate agent.
Hell, yo, come on. That would be
I flip homes.
I flip homes. That's all I do. But yeah, I think she would maybe see if there's like applications to get a home, or if it's just here's money, give me this house.
After a little bit of poking around, and maybe you had some contacts, even maybe you overheard some stuff at the leather shop. You would go to Quest Housing Agency, sort of housing brokers here in Star Sail. There are a few homes for purchase. There are a couple homes to rent. Roll me a D100, Mr. Perry. High or low? Your call.
I'm gonna go high.
High.
Fuck.
Ooh, 34. Let me roll. D6. Okay, hey, that's good.
Hey.
So after a little bit of like negotiating back and forth, finding a property that fills almost all of your needs, you find that there is a pretty decent home for sale in a pretty good area. It would be 65 gold a month for the rented house, split between 5 ways in your head, and it's like what 13 gold a piece, I think.
Okay.
And doing some math in your head, for you, staying in a nice like hotel for a month would be 60 gold just off of what you've been doing.
Right. How much would it be to just flat out own it.
To buy the house?
Uh-huh.
If you wanted to buy this particular house, let me see. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4 bedroom, pretty good sized. We'll say this particular one, and it's like, property included, obviously, not a massive property, but it's a fair sized little lot. This one in particular would be about 20,000 gold.
Okay. That's
Loosely.
fair. Sweet.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so I think she put is it same first and last month's rent?
This one would just be like upfront for the first month.
Okay.
That's all it
Yeah,
would
so
be. So you would need like 65 at time of signing, basically.
yeah. So well, we have 5 people though, and it's only a 4-bedroom.
4-bedroom.
All right.
Be honest,
I can
I'm
make
gonna
that work.
I'm gonna rent a fancy room the whole time. Either where I'm playing or somewhere real close.
And he doesn't have to sleep necessarily. He could just kind of hang
Yeah.
out.
Oh yeah. You're right.
That's very true. I realized I didn't specify. I wouldn't have gone into a few good kegs with the disguise self up.
Got you. It's good to note. Good to
Yeah.
note.
Oh, so
I
it was
would
just for like arrival.
I would have wanted, yeah, like the first couple days, just kind of being wary. But then especially, I guess she would kind of have to keep it up with the inn now that they know her as that. But after this first week, hopefully we go to the house. So but yeah, she's not really doing that much anymore now, I guess, about town. But especially with a few good kegs, she would have made sure she looked like herself.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Ailady would I'll get put down 65 gold.
And the sort of broker here at Quest Housing, they'd go over some paperwork. You'd like sign a few things, and after the 65 gold, she would give like a big smile. And here's your set of keys. I have 3 keys. 3, 1, 2, yeah, 3 keys here. Those are all yours. Again, it's just right over the block. If you know where the Mage Tower Stadium is, it's just you basically like you're heading to it from here. You just go
You
right,
said
basically.
say that last part again, please.
Wait, what?
The Mage
what?
Tower Stadium.
Can play pickup Mage Town.
Oh my god.
What with Mage? Does the winner get anything? Is it like a tournament? What?
Oh, I mean, it sort of changes here or there. Really, just sort of depends whatever events that they're holding. I think the last one was Mage Tower to the Demise or something like that. They basically you go until they were dead. It was like a rivalry between them, and it was pretty good. It was last month.
And then if you win and you kill everybody, do you get anything?
Well, for that event, it was more like an honor and like a sort of like a build up over the past like couple seasons. Yeah, a little bit of like a high tension. It was like even like it wasn't even like a regulation match. It was just something that they did. I don't know if there was a prize really, but I mean during the regular season, I mean I'd imagine they get sponsorship money. I mean I don't really know if there's a cup goal. I'm not like the biggest fan. My husband is. He's huge.
Wow, that's interesting. I remember back in my college days, I used to play Mage Tower.
College. Oh, that. Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. A lot of people. It's like a religion. It's so weird.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, thank you. Grabs the keys and walks to the new place.
And going and getting your comrades. Show you guys your abode.
I don't think she would grab them quite yet.
She wants to check it out herself.
And then pick out the room that she wants, and then
Oh, the house. Look at that dirty ass room.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
dirty.
It's like the first thing I see.
Right.
Yeah, on floor 2, there's just like a closet space. This is so cute.
Yeah.
Look at the house.
I like the tile like in the bathrooms. It's a nice little detail.
Yeah, I'm taking the bear
There's-
rug for
There's
sure.
so many seating options down here.
Feel free to pull your token out on there. Claim your
Really?
space if you so choose.
Well, I mean, it's just Aility right now, right?
Yeah. I'd imagine she was getting her pick and that it was just y'all.
Yeah,
Come
and then
by and
yes, and then I'll come grab you and be like,
she
No,
like
this is
throws all her
Aility's
stuff
house.
down.
I spent 60 gold just to live in a 4-bedroom house alone.
oh, hell yeah. I legit almost did it. I legit was almost like,
Hey, so guys, how many houses?
yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what happened. Take 65 gold off.
I think Gail would want to try and be close to the bathroom.
So yes, I will go get them now.
You soak in your home for an hour before you go get them.
Yeah, probably take a quick 40-minute power nap.
I love that. Very Aility.
That's hilarious.
And then there'd be our little scene coming to get y'all. You guys are maybe all at like the tavern. Maybe you guys are at Bobo's place where Marius just finished up a performance. Brings you guys to this humble abode.
Beep.
Heck yeah. Well, you're welcome.
Right.
I'll just kind of prestidigitation up this little room.
The little closet.
I just put my bag in there because I need a bed.
You just stand there all night.
There's a chair. Actually, I'll probably just come down here and read by the fire.
Oh yeah, there is a chair
Hey,
in
Lady,
there.
how'd you find this place?
See, he'll be fine.
I need to put my stuff somewhere. Figure out the moonlight situation to see if it pours in through these windows. Otherwise, I'll just Eldritch
little
blast
renovation.
my way in.
Maybe the bathroom has good windows and moonlight. You could take a moon bath.
So there's 1, 2, 3, and then is this 4?
This
No,
is
it's a workshop thing.
I think that's like a kitchen.
I think this is the kitchen.
yeah. This guy's the kitchen, and there's
Oh.
like a food
Oh.
storage. Then yeah, this would be like a workshop.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had to zoom all the way in.
Oh,
yeah,
there we go.
yeah. Once I zoomed in, I was like, oh, that makes a bit more sense.
I have no preference, to be honest.
Facility.
I don't know. I like this one.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Gail wants the one by the bathroom.
By the bathroom.
Her bathroom.
God, Brett, how are you downstairs and upstairs? Oh,
Oh yeah,
Alright.
there was 2 tokens for a minute.
We're on to you.
So I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, let's do a break right there.
Yeah.
Break.
Little breaky poo.
No.
Also,
I'm
where the
gonna keep
fuck are
going
you,
while you guys are
Balin?
gone.
Where are you,
Okay.
Balin?
So I'm gonna keep playing while you guys are gone.
Oh, well.
Dedicated.
Dad, you're not
Real
supposed to play
gamers
with
don't
yourself while
stop.
your friends are online with you. That's not kosher.
Then mute yourself.
Not kosher.
Then mute if you're uncomfortable with it.
None of
We're
your
all a
business.
part of this.
Just looking for feedback.
Just want to know if
He's
I'm doing
playing a
good
bard,
job.
okay? Leave him alone.
Yeah. He's just getting into character.
That pent up sexual energy is for being in character.
The button up with no buttons on it when I play.
I'm gonna go potty.
I'm here. Good luck.
Don't fall in.